being. And we have Sister Kinnari with us. She's joined all the way from Guyana. I hope the current has come back. Good. She had a blackout over there, like we have it in India as well. The lights go off suddenly, but she's there with us. Thank you so much. And yeah, you are new for the audience, but I will take a few moments to introduce you. She's been very humble and she's hardly sent me a few lines. And she said, Manoj Bhai, just see if you can squeeze down to just one liner. We can't do that. We need to introduce you appropriately, not flamboyantly, but appropriately. So, for your knowledge, she's a double doctor. She's also a medical doctor, which I came to know once she sent me her biodata, which is a very brief one. Professionally, she's a doctor by training and worked as a cardiology research coordinator at the Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia for 16 years. And Sister Kinnari also basically in the Brahma Kumaris, she's an NGO representative of the BKs at the United Nations, New York. All of you know that. And has more than 30 years of experience now in Raj Yoga meditation. And as we speak, she currently is based in Guyana at the Raj Yoga Center in the city of Georgetown and looks after the activities. And before I give it to you, a few lines in the form of a poem related to accountability, today's value. So in today's world where no one seems to be reliable, increasing uncertainty with no one being dependable, Sister Kinnari comes with this fresh air of telling us how to be accountable. So that in life, for every action, we actively become responsible. See, everyone's behavior nowadays has become so unpredictable. So let's try to avoid conflicts and arguments which are indeed preventable. And Raj Yoga comes to the rescue, teaches us how to make our hearts expandable, that's cardiomegaly, and make our characters and behaviors more presentable, so that people can then say, oh, you are indeed very commendable, and our approach to each one then becomes very understandable. So with this, I pass it on to Sister Kinnari, all yours. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Greetings of peace. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some place. Lovely to be in the midst of all of you, and didn't know that you are. This is the second time I'm hearing you say poetry, and does this come ex tempo to you? But very nice. Looks like a lot of it has already been covered. Is the voice okay? The volume is fine?
Yes, it's perfect.
Great. So when we hear the word accountable, these two words keep resonating in mind. One is responsibility and accountability. But accountability means just taking ownership of what has happened or what has been done. But who is taking ownership? Who is accountable? If you see, I need to know that first. I know in the last week and even in the workshop, excellent sharings about the philosophies of karma and action planning on the past, the present, and the future, looking at the three aspects. I was wondering, okay, you've already dived so much deep into it. What else can be shared? So I'm in the midst of all the, enlightened souls over here. But when you think of the word accountability, does it make you feel heavy? Oh my God, this is my responsibility. I have to take ownership of this. Or do you kind of enjoy it? Wow, I am accountable for this. What is the feeling inside? Irrespective of what dimension, whether it's personal, whether it's family, whether it is for the community, whether it's work, whether it's in the government setup for the country or for the world. We say we are accountable. Does that label carry any kind of burden on the shoulders, or does it feel light? Anybody wants to share? How does it feel for you? Most of the time. Anybody wants to say? Okay, all right. We're getting all different kinds of cartoons. Yeah, different emotions. Just the word accountability. But when you go back a little and reflect on at the heart, at the basis of anything, when there is love, it becomes easy. I remember as a child growing up and I had to choose medicine. I chose medicine. And my entire family wanted me to become an engineer. Like, it's so easy, it's so fast, you'll settle fast. So, and I would always say, I love biology. I'll do this. I love biology. You know, when you love something, it doesn't matter whether it is this book or this book, whether it's day or night, whether you lose your sleep or not. But when there is that love for it, will make it happen. It makes it, you'll enjoy the journey. So, what kind of love are we looking at in the concept of accountability? Do I love myself? Yes, we were looking at the principles of karma as well. But when we add the ingredient of love, so first and foremost, what am I responsible for or accountable for? Somebody had also mentioned in the chat about our thoughts. But even going before my true identity as that being, that conscient being, a self-luminous being, the eternal being, the point of light, irrespective of the labels, irrespective of the roles, irrespective of the hats that we wear. Oh, I am a physician, so I'm accountable for this. I'm a mother, so I'm accountable for this. I am one of the commuters on the road, so I'm accountable for this. I'm the driver, so I'm accountable for this. Irrespective of all of that, just go back and see the self as that conscient being of light. And then let's see, what am I accountable for that as a being of light? And the first thing is my feelings. And even before that comes my thoughts. Yes, we are accountable for what I'm thinking. Nobody can see what I'm thinking. Nobody will know what I'm thinking. But of course, I know, and the divine, the universe definitely knows, and the energy goes out. So think, but think pure. Think, they talk about the 5 Ps. Think, but think positive, peaceful, powerful, purposeful, and pure. So but think, so why should I think? So that I feel good. If I love myself and I want to feel good, is there anyone who wants to feel miserable, burdened? No, we're not here to be that. We all want to feel good, even joining on this call or even wherever you're listening. We all want to feel good. And that's why we're doing this. And it all starts with that seed, that thought. So that's why in the Brahma Kumaris we say, think before you think. Am I thinking right? Why? Again, don't believe one word what I said or what we say. Think for yourself so that you can feel good. So the first way to respect myself or take accountability of the self is what I am thinking and how am I thinking. When that comes feeling. A few years back, one of our seniors at the Brahma Kumaris, his name was Brother Amirchand. He was from Chandigarh. He was instrument to take care of all the centers. And I had the fortune, he had come to New Jersey and spent a night or two with us. And he was just casually talking. And he said one line, and it just left it made a huge impact on my personal life. He said, you're walking on the street or you're going in the market, open market, and you're buying something, and suddenly you'll see your classmate from the Raj Yoga Center. And you get so happy. How do you feel when you meet your classmates or co-workers out of the normal place? You're like so excited, you're so happy. Hey, you have different feelings. You're just joyful. He paused and he asked us to think, do I have the same feeling when I meet anyone else on the street? Is the feeling the same? He said, we talk about brotherhood, but do I have the same kind of love, same kind of feeling to anyone I meet? So feelings. So the one is my thinking, my thoughts, and how I'm feeling. feeling for the self and feeling for also for others. And the next, what I speak. There's a slogan in the Brahma Kumaris. We have to speak, right? But speak, in Hindi we say, kam bolo, meetha bolo, dheere bolo. Also, soch samajh ke bolo. Speak, but speak sweetly, speak softly, speak less, but think and then speak. Because once you have said something, it's not going to come back. Right? It has an impact on everyone's life. And it's also an energy that I'm putting out in the atmosphere, in the universe. And also myself. Are you all very happy when you get angry? Oh, I got so angry today. I use these words today. No, you feel bad. And of course, the person, that's another story altogether. But we don't feel good either. Right? So at the heart, again, love. Love for the self is the core of it, and love for our extended family. So thoughts, feelings, words, and of course our deeds. We are responsible for what we do. We are accountable. And it was a very nice video that was shared and that we saw. And it's easy to put the blame. Why do we blame off on others? Why do we hesitate to take accountability? Why do I hesitate to take ownership? You know, this word ownership and accountability only comes into the highlight when I've goofed up something. Till then, everything goes well and it is fine. But the moment I start going south, you wrote an article on the newspaper or you said something on the television, these are big things. And when it goes south, then you're like, oh my goodness, now who is going to take accountability of that? So that is very important as well. What we are doing, I am responsible for that. And not to be, at the most, what would happen? Instead of blaming or shying away or defending it, what would happen? At the most, if I take accountability. Usually we hesitate because we probably are going to be told off, are going to be punished. And that's why I say, no, I didn't break that glass. Or, it's somebody, somebody dashed and it slipped and it fell off. No, we kind of put it under the carpet. So without any hesitation, when you are clear, take accountability for that. I have lied too as a child. I can't say I've never lied. Oh, I've totally lied. I know I've done mistakes as well. But there comes a point in time, and with practice of Raj Yoga, of course, you get that inner strength to face myself, to face a mistake. So, and I would say, yes, I did it. And I would check, how am I feeling inside? When you lie, it's easy to lie, right? And it'll be done. It'll be covered. It's the full stop there. But how do I feel inside? I don't feel good. And the trust, once it is found out, the trust is broken. It's very hard to build trust. It's good to accept it, acknowledge it, even if I'm told off, it is okay. And I started to do that. And I started to see every time I took responsibility or I acknowledged, yes, it was me who did it, there was a different kind of strength which was coming inside. And it could be small mistakes. It could be big mistakes. Like at work, as it was mentioned, I used to do research and coordinate different kind of clinical researches. And we started off with one research study, and we were dealing at one point 25 different studies from different sponsors, companies, and different stents and devices. So you're not supposed to share one person's protocol with another. And of course, by mistake, right? It was a mistake, and I sent it to the wrong person, and I got told off. Oh, that is obviously very visible. But what did I learn after that? That I'll be more careful. I'll be more responsible. Before I click that button, you will check 2-3 times. Is it the right person, the right email before I hit the send? Of course, in Gmail, or I'm sure maybe others as well, it gives you a few seconds before you can undo. but not everything in life gives us that undo button. So we need to be very careful. So thoughts, feelings, our words, and our deeds. And our deeds is, again, take ownership of it. Life is not going to be very easy. You will be tested. It's not going, as I said, when everything is going well, nobody's going to talk about it, only when it goes south. So that is the time I need to get my strength as well. So instead of becoming burdened with this word accountability, oh my God, let's look at it at few different things, a few practices that we do in Raj Yoga, which helps us to be light and to go over it. And one of the things is called a consciousness called instrument consciousness. Have you heard of this word? It's called instrument mindset or an instrument consciousness. Say, for example, we have a pen. Yeah. This pen has enough ink. It has the right color, the right tip, and everything. It is ready. All I need to do is pick it up and start writing. The pen is not thinking. The pen is not deciding what to do, what not to do, where to put a full stop, where to put a comma. It will just surrender and it will do what it has to do. I'm the one thinking and using the pen. Instrument consciousness is something like that I am just an instrument and I'm allowing the divine to use me, to use, which means that I need to have a clear line of connection with the true self and connection with the divine. You kind of surrender your intellect and be instrument conscious. And in Hindi, we say nimit, just an instrument. And what happens is you don't shrink from your duty. You're very much responsible for your duty, but you are doing it with a higher purpose, doing it with a bigger perspective. And that gives you lightness. Okay, he's giving me the touching and I will do it. The higher one is, you will also, somebody was talking about Trimurti, or the one who knows the three aspects of time. So it'll give you the time to think before you act. So one is an instrument consciousness where the feeling of I finishes. What gives us burden is I have to do this, that is to be done, this has to be done. Yes, everybody has a long task list. If you ask me from morning, yes, there's been a long task list and there will be a long task list. That'll be there. It's not just important to check off, oh, I'm done with this. At the end of the day, you want to enjoy the whole journey as well and do it properly. Do it right for the first time, somebody was telling me. So in the same way, instrument consciousness, that you allow the divine, connect to the source, and it gives you lightness, it gives you joy. When you don't have to think, it's even better. If somebody else is letting you, doing the decisions and using it, it gives you the lightness, it gives you the joy. It's like having an elder at the house, or you have your manager or the boss, and you just say, okay, do this, do that, do this. And you don't have to use much of your intellect. Like, okay, when you have to take your own decisions, that's different, right? So in the same way, whether you're in the leadership role, whether you're doing it for yourself, whether you're doing it for your family, connect to the source once. Check, go in, check, and come back, and then start. So that will give you lightness. And the second aspect would also be called as a detached observer. When we are doing a lot of things, we'll also have to witness many, as we were looking at the teamwork which was going on, or not the teamwork which was supposed to happen in the video. And also, I think Brother Manoj also mentioned about detachment, the real meaning of detachment, which was kind of discussed in the previous class. So I would just reiterate that detachment doesn't mean to distance off. Detachment means that you are very much involved, but free from the influence, whether it's emotional influence of the consequences or whatever is happening. your state of mind is not affected, not fluctuating by the different scenes of the drama. You're observing, you're very much aware of everything. Well, in Hindi, we play with few words, Sakshi, Sati, and Sakash. Well, we won't go into all of those aspects now, but at least Sakshi, it's detached observer. You're observing it so that you can get involved from unbiased way to help. And first and foremost, I need to help myself. We're still in the first aspect of taking care of ourselves. As a detached observer, to see what am I doing? How am I doing? Observe what am I? Are my responses correct? So detached observer also gives, then you can surrender it. It is not mine. I surrender it to the divine. And this gives you power. And this gives you zero worry, zero anxiety. When I'm into it, it's like, you go to if you're in the audience or you're watching the drama, as an audience, you enjoy the drama, whether it is a scene of fight, whether it's a scene of comedy, whether it's a scene of heated argument, you just, wow, look how nice the delivery is. Now, if I am the one role playing it on the drama stage as well, right? If I'm aware that this is just a drama, I'm just acting, I might say different dialogues, I might be doing different acting, but I will not be emotionally involved in it because I know that this is a drama. So as a detached observer, that gives me that perspective of this being a drama and what role I have to play in this scene without getting emotionally entangled, without personalizing it. I play the role of Kinnari, but I'm not Kinnari. I play the role of a student. I play the role of a mother or a sister or an uncle and an aunt, but I'm not that. One of the seniors was sharing, don't try to be a perfect mom, dad, or a brother. Just be a perfect being. And when you're a perfect being, irrespective of what role you play, it will be correct. It will be accurate. I'm sure you all have heard of this actor called Amitabh Bachchan, right? You can take maybe Tom Cruise for the Western world. They're good actors, right? So irrespective of what role they play, whether they play the role of a doctor, a cop, or a thief, or anything, or even a drunkard, right? They play the role beautifully. So the effort is not making the role perfect. The being has to be just perfect. Then in whatever you think, we speak, and we do will become accurate. It'll be aligned. Yeah. So one was the instrument consciousness and a detached observer. I was thinking that we say many values. We've been talking about virtues and all of that. Accountability is actually inherent, like how we say peace is inherent, love is inherent, purity is inherent. The feeling was, or the realization was, accountability is also inherent. Do you feel so? How many of you think not true? That's learned behavior. Do you all feel that accountability is inherent? Means it's innate, it's normal, it's natural to be accountable. And if I'm not, that is something out of my natural nature. Do you feel that? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't it? So just to be aware that this is my natural, you'll feel good when you are just being accountable. The moment I try not to be accountable, then there is the diseasiness, discomfort, all the diseases starts from away from the natural. Now, the next one I also wanted to share, one was for myself and next to our extended family. Now, going back to the basis of accountability of love, why should I be accountable for my family members or my community? What kind of love do I have Again, Amir Chand Bhai, brotherhood. We're all beings of light. We're all children of the divine. So it's a family. So it's because of love. What do we do as a family? We take care of each other. If somebody is doing something wrong, we will stop them. But of course, how are we stopping them? Not from the mindset of complaining or teaching, but coming from that space of genuine love. So that was one more thing, that I'm responsible. I need to take accountability for my family members. And what are some of the things that you can think of for taking care of our family? Anyone? Somebody had mentioned in the chat, if somebody's not well, you take care of the mother. Many things, right? One are the love and service, give help with the mind, correct? There is a saying, when you do something without being asked, you're called like a divine being. When you do something after being asked, you're human. And even after being asked, if you didn't do, it's ... I mean, you don't even label the vibrations. So to feel the pulse, what is the need of the hour? And I take responsibility for that. I take accountability of that and help our family members. That it's a spiritual family, not limited to just the biological family, but everyone. Again, first starting with my feeling towards them, my vision towards them, my attitude towards them. This one will never improve. I already made a nice judgment over here. So if I'm going to be doing that, what are the vibrations that I'm giving out over there? So I am accountable for what I'm feeling towards these people as well, because it's our family and it's our duty to uplift each other, not to pull one another down and take myself up. The ship is sinking. I'm sure some of you might have seen this movie called The Titanic, where the ship, or the story of Titanic, what happened, right? The ship was hit by an iceberg, and there were three categories of people. There was one group who were totally oblivious that the ship is hit and it's going to sink. There was another group who knew the ship is hit and it's going to sink. And actually, the two groups knew that the ship is hit and it's going to sink. And within that one, they continued the party. Said, don't tell anyone, let the party continue. And the last one was, they did everything to salvage the ship. So now we know what is the state of our world, state of our extended family. So am I using everything to salvage the ship, or am I just watching? So we all are accountable to help each one in this aspect. There was a story of a sparrow, and that changed my life of surrendering, actually, leading this path. There is this little baby sparrow. You know how small or big the sparrows are. There's a big forest fire. And this little sparrow goes, picks up water. How many drops of water can come in that little beak? Goes, picks, comes and drops. Go, picks, comes and drops. And there is a crow who's sitting all the way on the top. And talking to the sparrow, you've gone crazy. Will this few drops of water going to turn off or put off the forest fire? And the sparrow takes a moment and looks at the crow and says, you're absolutely right. It is not going to turn off the forest fire. But you know what? When you look back at this scene, I was not the one who started the fire. I was not the one watching the fire. I was at least the one trying to put off the fire. So drop by drop by drop. So don't think that, if I'm honest, will it change this world? Everybody's corrupt these days. Everybody lies. Everybody gives bribery. Be the sparrow. And of course, it's a story. So the story goes on to say Mother Nature loved it so much and it rained and the forest fire was put off. So we all can be that little sparrow, make a difference. This journey of accountability is a transformative journey. There is learning, there is growing, there is taking responsibility, many other things. It is not easy. You will be tested. You will not be supported many times, and you will be isolated. You will be on one side, and the entire team will be on the other side. So I need strength. I need strength to stand for the truth. I need strength. But in the Raj Yoga, our divine, in our discourse, we learn you don't have to come down from your honor to prove your truth. Truth is blessed to reveal itself. Yeah. So love for the family, love for the self, love for the divine. When you love the divine, you will automatically love everyone. And you will want to do the right thing at the first moment. And that is the one support, one strength for us. And all the other pillars will fall. So I need to know how to connect to the divine too. Where is this divine now? I'm sure with all these episodes, you have kind of had a little introduction of that as well. Our divine, we see, we understand and realize the divine whom people might call as God, we call as our beloved dad, Baba. Baba means father. It's also a point of light, just like each one of us, but an infinite ocean or unlimited source of positive energy. Where can I go and tap in to get any peace, love, and happiness or strength? So connecting to that source. So, and how do I connect to that source? Do I need to stand on my 1 feet? Do I need to learn a new language? Learn different different passages that I need to share? No, it is very easy. That's why we call it as easy Raj Yoga. Yoga is nothing but connection. Easy, Raja is the highest connection, connecting to the true self and connecting to the source. So that is important. So the connection happens in silence. The connection of the heart gets connected to the heart. It's the voice, it's the language of love. It's the language of your feelings gets transmitted. So that is where we need to get our strength. You must have heard so many stories, right? Whether it's the path of for the freedom fighters or anything. They could have been isolated. One person is going against the tide, but they hold on to the principles. We had a good discussion on what principles or laws that we should be accountable. And for the self, when I was reflecting, what came is love. This is family. This is my family. This is our unlimited family. And it is an inherent nature for each one of us to embrace everyone with love and kindness. Whatever role they are playing, someone will be a Mahatma, someone will be a Hitler, irrespective of the roles. One may be a victim, one may be the perpetrator. So irrespective of what roles, I need to give good wishes. I'm responsible for my feelings towards them and how we can help to make a difference in our life and also in their life. Yeah. So to embrace this transformative journey, I need to have the connection with myself, connection with the source, and to get the strength and support, to be strong, to hold on to our principles of love, hold on to the, what was I sharing about? Instrument consciousness. The other, I forgot to mention, the other aspect which helps me stay light is that I'm a guest. I'm a guest. I'm a guest in this body. I'm a guest in this world. It's like, I, the being, I had a check-in date. I came into this body one day. And on one day, which I don't know when, I'll be checking out of this body. So the period between check-in and check-out, I'm a guest in this body. I use everything, but I'm accountable for everything. It's not that I use and throw. I like the comfort, everything. No. There is something about like a trusteeship. I'm entrusted and I have to leave it, if possible, much better than how it was given to me. So a guest and a trusteeship both go hand in hand. So whether I'm at work, I'm entrusted not to be confined. Oh, this is not my department, so I'm not going to be worrying about it. We get to hear that a lot. That is not my duty. Accountability goes beyond the limit of what is labeled or written job descriptions. Many times we don't have job descriptions. Right? So I'm still accountable. If I'm going on the street and, people just throw garbage litter here and there, is that okay? Oh, there's somebody who'll come and clean. Yes, he will clean. He or she will clean. What is my role to play? That is not right. So I need to put it in the right place. So when I came to the West, I was doing that when I was in India. I would throw things. But when I came to the West, you will be fined if you throw litter here and there. And then there is this wiring which happens. No, 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 you're going to get punished. So wherever you go, you hold it in your hand or in your pocketbook to find the garbage bin and you throw it over there, isn't it? So when I came back, when I visit India, my hometown, I would tell my parents and all, and say, no, 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 we shouldn't do that. Let's take this garbage bag with us. Wherever we go, just collect it. And when you find one, let's throw it out. Accountability also means we can share knowledge, not to teach, but share it, inspire change, be the change, and also inspire the change to happen in everyone. That is a big responsibility too. Suppose you know a big secret, and it is like a life-saving secret. Of course, in the world out there, there are patents and things like that. But in spirituality, there is no copyright issues. Here, the more you share, the more points you get. Is that true? Why are we having these sessions? And this is not and there's no cost. We want as many people to copyright it. Yes, use it. Because we want everyone to become aware of the gifts that they already have within them. So accountability means to share. Share the wisdom. Inspire what you have learned, what you have, that insight, you have that enlightening moment, you share. Somebody shared this knowledge with me. If they had kept it to themselves, I'm going to become a perfect person. She can be in that journey, struggling. No, thankfully, no, they didn't. So somebody was compassionate, somebody was kind, somebody wanted our lives to become better and shared that wisdom with us. To an extent, I would ask so many questions, to get clarity, not for doubt, but for understanding. It's okay to ask questions for clarity, for understanding, and then to share. They say when you give a person a fish, I might be paraphrasing this, you fed him a meal, but if you taught him how to fish, you fed him for life. Right? So what is the need of our extended spiritual family? What is the need for the world? There are many who will give food, clothing, and all of that. But to find the peace of mind, to find the strength, to find that empowerment, we need to be that little sparrow to help them on this journey. Don't go with the mindset, I'm going to transform them. No, you can't transform anyone. The only person we can transform is the self. So I need to be the change that we need to see and be an inspiration, be the light. Of course, you will share it, but before you share, be the light, be the embodiment, and then share. Is it time for us to go into meditation, or we can continue? What do you think?
We can continue till 9:45. I mean, 6 more minutes. Yeah. And then we'll do announcements in the closing meditation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So this is called as embracing unlimited responsibility. Are you okay with this unlimited responsibility? All this time, I was just thinking I need to take care of myself. I'm good. I need to take care of 4 people or 2 people in the family. I'm good. Now there is that crown of responsibility for the entire world. Oh, not just that. We are also responsible or accountable for the environment. Sister Jayanti is on the COP conference on her way to that. And she keeps sharing so much about it, and how we are responsible. We talk about water pollution, air pollution, sound pollution, but what am I throwing out over there? I'm accountable for the choices I make. I can choose plastic. I can choose stainless steel bottle. I can choose disposable. I can choose something which I can wash and reuse. So I need to be, I can't say at this time that, oh, I didn't know. No. That is not an option. We are very much aware of the condition of the environment as well. So I need to be accountable for my choices, whether I'm wearing silk or cotton. Yeah, you know how silk is produced. The silkworms are kind of, yeah. And anyway, I don't want to go into the science of it, but be mindful. It is not that, oh, I didn't kill anyone. It just came in a package for me. That's where the law of karma comes into place. Where there is a demand, there is a supply. Because there is a demand, someone killed it, someone processed it, someone transported it, somebody bought it, somebody dash. We're all shareholders in that. That's where many people are, of course, becoming vegetarian, becoming vegan, and many other aspects, just becoming mindful of things, the influence of our choices, our needs, our wants, and the impact that has on environment and climate as well. So I'm accountable for, I was in our headquarters once, this is a couple of decades ago, and we have a senior sister called Sister Meera. She takes care of the centers in the country called Malaysia. And she was just sitting, and she told me, just get me a glass of water. And so there was a cooler. Right? So I take this glass and I open the tap and it's filling. And what normally would you do? You will fill up the whole glass and give it to her. So it was just half full. And she's like, stop. That's enough. And I said, it's okay. Just take some more. She said, no, I don't want to waste water. Let me take how much I need. She was so mindful of even that, just taking half a glass of water. She probably doesn't even remember this incident, but that made me think. Sometimes we just open the tap and keep washing and talking, and even for brothers for shaving, it goes on. The list is long, but I'm sure you're understanding what's the space that I'm trying to convey, the message I want to convey. Be mindful of every resource that you use, whether extra food on the plate, which is getting thrown out, or I buy extra that it gets spoiled in the refrigerator and it's dumped. So I'm accountable for all of that. So accountable for our feelings, thoughts, words, deeds, our extended family, not beyond the description of our job, our duties, our departments, an unlimited responsibility of the world, being instrumental for change, being the change, inspiring the change, and for the environment. And as I said, there will be challenges, but we will grow with it. Your capacity will grow, your strength will grow, your confidence will grow, the trust with yourself will grow. Others will start trusting you. Once you acknowledge that you made a mistake, they will know that this person will not lie now. They can trust. Yeah. So there will be people who will put us down because of the mistakes, but let that not put back our zeal and enthusiasm to do the right thing or to take ownership. So from starting from the gross level to the subtle or the incorporeal level. Let the thread for whatever we do, whatever we think, be coming from that genuine wisdom of love. We are all family. It's been gifted to us, whatever we have inherited, and it's our responsibility that we return in a much better way than it was given to us. These few words, I would like to conclude a little talk on, or not even talk, like a conversation or sharing on accountability. So, shall we go in a few moments of meditation? No?
Yes. Thank you so much. And before we go on to the meditation, so I will request we have our seniors with us, Sister Claudia, who's the center coordinator from Vancouver. So I'll just request her to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Sister Claudia. Sorry, you have to
Shanti, was so nice to hear you speaking. There are quite few important points, and I can say, and really finish, you bring everything about accountability, because we had Sister Denise before, and now we have you, and we have discussed of the workshop. I think now we can be aware how I should be accountable for everything. I thought like that point when you say, oh, I thought it was not my duty, because we go through this a lot. They just see the things that has been done. Oh, this is not my duty. So that is the part that many forget. That is, if I am a real person that I take care of everything, whatever I see that needs to be done, I will do it. Not is my part, was not my part. And like also when you talk about being the limit, so sometimes you have so many people against, but you still have to know that is your responsibility that you have to be accountable for. At the end, you are going to be called upon that responsibility from God, from instrument, from whoever you are, put you on that position. So thank you very much. I think you really did a very wonderful job today with us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. It was indeed a lot of examples from your personal life, which helped us a lot to relate to the topic. Thank you so much once again. And I'll request Sister Anu now to please go ahead with the announcements and the photograph, and then we'll have the closing meditation.
Thank you, Brother Manoj. Sister Kinnari, really beautiful talk. I think a lot of people, it was so much clear. A lot of people are inspired. Even Barbara put on the chat, I don't know if you read that she got inspired. She Googled for what is responsibility and what is accountability. And even that's kind of new. We don't separate both, but responsibility is embracing your obligations, commitments, choices, and attitude, while accountability is about owning the outcomes of our actions and their impact on others. Because when you, at the beginning, ask the question, do you feel a burden or do you feel light when the word comes, oh, I'm accountable? Very good question. And as I was churning, I thought, when something goes wrong, oh yeah, that gives the fear. So accountability sometimes feels like burden. And when it is praise, everything great, that's how, like, it's a mixed feeling. We want to jump into accountability, and at the same time, we are afraid. But amazing that outcome, when it comes to outcome, we step back when something goes wrong. And not my part, it was not my duty. But as a whole, can we be accountable? Beautiful sharings, I would say. Didn't want to miss to share it. Thank you from heart. Everybody's really greatly benefited, and we will rewatch. We'll take the point, I'm sure. Very quickly, I'll just announce the upcoming programs. Prosperity Silence Retreat was actually 2 weeks back, meant to be done, but we couldn't. But I'm sure as we understand accountability, the prosperity comes handy within us. So let's experience in silence with the pattern of deeper reflection in ourselves with divine. That's happening just 12 hours after. That is 8 p.m. for today in the West Coast US Canada time, and that is Sunday, tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. for India time. This is based on Brahma Kumaris teachings. Even if you don't practice Brahma Kumaris teachings, you are welcome to join and experience it in the silence. The next session is our episode 103 on sensitivity. I think then only when the accountability is clear, we can be truly sensible or sensitive accurately for others. So in Hindi, it is Samvedanshilata. And for that, we'll have Sister Manda joining from UK, our senior Raj Yoga as well. And it is happening 2 weeks after Saturday, 23rd of November. And in the winter time, because of the time changes and all, the workshop on the talk timing are slightly different, please note. But the talk timing are the same as before. That is 7 a.m. West Coast time, but India time, it is 8:30 p.m. India time until 10 p.m. So please note and please join us then. And followingly, we'll have the workshop on sensitivity. First hour will be experiential exercises and the insightful talk meditation by Sister Judy Johnson, who is the director of Brahma Kumaris in Atlantic Canada, East Coast of Canada and USA. So she would be joining us on Sunday, 1st of December. So there is a change again. Please note, same time as today, but not on Saturday, but Sunday, 1st of December. We're not able to do it on Saturday due to some other program. So same timing, 6:30 a.m. West Coast, US, Canada, and 8 p.m. for India time. So please join us then. We have beautiful calendar that shows all the programs, and you'll be getting the December calendar soon as well. And these are our information. Please check us out on our websites, and that's vihasa.in and vancouver.brahmakumaris.ca. And all our videos are on our YouTube channels, but as well as the playlists for the talk series, for the workshop series. To everyone, thank you for joining us today. And we'll enjoy the meditation. Before that, however, again, still, Sister Kinnari, we take a photograph, the virtual photograph, to make this moment memorable. Beautiful, inspiring moment with Sister Kinnari. So you can open your video. Photograph.
And it's good the participants are accountable for their faces for the photograph.
That's right. Very well said. Not only the faces, beautiful smiling faces, that we have understood truly that no fear, right? Divine is with me. I can be accountable for everything. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. And we'll go into the meditative mode with you now. You would be doing a commentary, like short commentary. Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
So sit back with your eyes open. And let's just take a few moments just to turn inward, leaving the outside world outside our mind. And just soak in whatever you heard, whatever you felt. Just take a few moments just to process, or just to reflect. And as you do that, bring your attention to the center of the forehead. Just behind your eyes. Where you, beautiful being, a being of light, a being who's the source of life, are seated. And the light that I am is eternal. The light I am is pure and positive. And just feel that light within you, touching every corner of the mind, every corner of this body, and allowing every cell, every molecule to be in its natural state of being. Every cell, every molecule in its natural state of being. Most important person on this planet is you. Just embrace yourself as you are. Irrespective of the roles, irrespective of the labels, irrespective of all the caps and the hats and the mask we wear. Just embrace yourself as that beautiful being of light. Shining star that you are. When you embrace something with love, you make sure that everything is good for the being. Let every thought that is emerging be the best. Every word be comforting to the self and the world. This is for the self, for every being on this planet that allows me to be true, that inspires me to do the right thing, to think, to speak, and to choose the best. In 1 second, connect to the source, the divine source of light, your supreme parent, the ocean of love and all virtues. tied in this link of love with the divine. We become instrumental to create a world of love and harmony. I am accountable, but with love, with lightness, an instrument. Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you so much for your wonderful sharings and the meditative experience.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Kinnari. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.